Hi there ladies, Manisha here, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sharing with you this beautiful new collection from Madam Glam called Give Glam Collection. So it's a 10-piece collection that you can purchase separately, and I've got 6 of the colours here I'm going to be sharing with you. I've also got a very special discount happening at the moment, which is if you use the discount code manishaBF between the 19th and 21st of November, you'll receive 50% off at Madam Glam. So there is a requirement, which is a minimum of 3 items to be purchased, and it's only valid between those dates of the 19th to the 21st. And you also must use the direct link that I've provided for you down below. So we'll talk about that again later on in the video. But first up, we've got Feast Your Nails. So this is a beautiful gel polish. It's kind of like a dusky, dark sort of taupey pinky kind of colour. So I'm going to cure that first coat for 30 seconds, and then this is the second coat going on here. So with all Madam Glam polishes, they're all 9-free, cruelty-free, vegan, gluten-free, and yeah, don't have any of the nasties in them, so they're good for you too. Next colour we've got is Haystack. So this one is kind of like a dusky salmon kind of colour, like a dusky peachy kind of colour. Really opaque, this one. I found it could almost have been a one coater. I really liked how it went on. Really nice formula, like all Madam Glam polishes. And we'll be top coating all of these too later on in the video. That's the first coat going on there, and I'll cure that, and then this is the second coat going on. So these do level beautifully, and there's no strong odour or anything like that with these gel polishes. Next up we've got this beautiful sort of chestnut brown colour called Corny. Don't you just love these names that they've given them? Now also in the collection I've seen other swatches. There is like a sort of dusky turquoise colour, and also almost like a mustard yellow colour too. So I wasn't sent those colours, but there are sort of other colours other than these sort of browns and pinks that you're seeing today. There is a little bit more to the collection than what you see here. So that's the first coat going on here, and I've cured that, and then this is the second coat. Now I probably could have gone ahead and done 3 coats. It wasn't quite as thick and opaque as the last one, the previous one to it. Next up we've got Give Me Pie. I just love the name of this one, and I love this shade as well. It's almost like sort of a caramelly orangey sort of colour. It's really pretty. It's quite different from everything else I've got in my gel collection, so I was quite excited to see this colour. I found it quite unique, whereas the others can be a little bit sort of more on the safer side. Yeah, this one's a little bit on the bolder side, and I quite liked it. It was quite nice to have a bit of a splash of colour actually amongst the collection. So that's the second coat going on there, and definitely totally opaque. Next up we've got Sweater Weather. So this one here I'd describe probably as a dusky aubergine kind of shade. I mean, these are definitely autumn shades. They really do have sort of more like a duskiness to them. Yeah, and I think they sort of lean more on the darker, but there is a few sort of pops of colour in amongst them. So yeah, there is something there to lift if you're wanting something a little bit lighter. So like I can't remember the name of the colour now, Corny, this one too probably could have done with a 3rd coat, but I just did 2 for swatching purposes. Now last but not least we've got Sweet November. So this one I thought was a bit of a curveball. They've put in sort of like a dusky pink in amongst the collection. It's kind of almost like I wouldn't say a baby pink, but more of a corally pink colour. So this one was really opaque. I was quite surprised with it. I could have probably gotten away with 1 coat, but I definitely went ahead and did that second coat just for swatching purposes. But it was quite nice to have a lighter colour in amongst all those darker shades. So like I mentioned before, I will be top coating all of these. Now I did actually run out of my Madam Glam top coat, so what I've done is I've snuck this one out of the advent calendar which I reviewed. So this is on day 2, and I have got that video and I will be linking that for you. So I'm just going to pop on a coat of that and curing it for 30 seconds. Okay, so here are all the swatches together, and I'm going to be reading the colours from left to right. So we've got Feast Your Nails, Haystack, Corny, Give Me Pie, Sweater Weather and Sweet November. So here's a little bit more of a close-up. So I've done a coat of the Madam Glams gel top coat. Sorry, I thought it was a no wipe, but because that's what I'm used to using, but I was wondering why there was a sticky residue. But you do have to wipe that one off, the inhibition layer off, with some isopropyl alcohol, which I've done. And yeah, aren't these absolutely stunning? Really, really beautiful colours. Probably my standout favourites, I don't know why, is that one there, which is Give Me Pie. I just think because I haven't got a colour similar to that. I do quite like Corny as well. It's quite an unusual, sorry, not Corny, Haystack. It's quite an unusual shade. Yeah, I mean, they are really, really pretty. So I'm going to be doing a really basic nail stamping on it. I'm just going to be doing some sort of leaf designs for you today. And I'll obviously list the plates that I've used in this for you just down below, but like I said, it's very, very basic, but just to give you a bit of inspiration for maybe a fall mani or an autumn mani, that type of thing. So I'll meet you at the next part. Okay, so on with a little bit of nail art. So I'll be just kind of briefly showing you the stamping polishes that I'll be using, and obviously I'll leave a list of them down below. And I'm just going to be using a couple of stamping plates. One's from Mezerdoo, I don't know how to pronounce it, I think it's called Mezerdoo, which is this one here, C40. So I'm just going to do a gradient there with that, those two colours, and stamping that onto Feast Your Nails. Next up, I'm switching to a sort of rose pink and brown. I'm going to be changing to a Moyra stamping plate. This one's called Forest. And I thought these toadstools or mushrooms were quite cute, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a gradient with those two. So I'm going to be stamping that onto Haystack. Now I wasn't happy with the stamping because there was a few lines missing, so I do actually go ahead and redo that one off camera. And then next one I'm going to be doing these acorns. They were really cute, but I thought keep the design nice and simple, so I'm just going to do that in black. And then that one is over Corny, which is the third colour that I swatched. Next up, we're going back to the Mezerdoo plate, and I'm going to be using that beautiful sort of darker pink colour in black. Going to do a gradient with these beautiful autumn leaves that were on that plate. I thought it was quite cute, and I wanted to sort of get something because it had a bit more detailing. So that's kind of like a real contrast one on Give Me Pie. Then next up, I've gone back to the Moyra plate. I'm going to be using 3 polishes here for this one. I'm going to do a triple gradient. And I'm just kind of overlapping those polishes. So do make sure when you are scraping that you have to scrape back 3 or 4 times just to kind of blend those colours together so you get a really nice smooth gradient. And then I've stamped that one onto Sweater Weather. And then last but not least, this tree image with the birds caught my eye. I thought it was really, really cute, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss out using that one. So I've done a triple gradient again with black, brown and burgundy, and I'm going to be stamping that on Sweet November. So that's all of them done, and I'll be top coating them too. Okay, so I'm back with the final design. Like I said, it's really, really simple. Basically just stamped some sort of autumn inspired or fall inspired, you know, leaves and things like that. Some acorns, mushrooms, that type of thing. I've done a couple of gradients, but I've just kept the design really simple. I just want to highlight again the coupon code. So it's manishaBF. It's valid between 19th and 21st of November, and it will give you 50% off site wide, so definitely take advantage of that. You do have to have a minimum of 3 items in your cart for it to be activated, and use the direct link that I've provided for you down below. However, it's not including the advent calendar. That is not part of the discount, I'm sorry, but all the other products that they have on Madam Glam's website will be. So I'll leave you with some photos. I'll leave you with all the information down below. below. You know, check out what they've got on offer. This collection is absolutely stunning, but there are many more gels. They've got chameleons, you know, all sorts, you know, magnetic ones, cat eye, you know, powders, that type of thing as well. So have a look and see what else they have on offer. I'm sure you won't be disappointed at all. So thanks again, Madam Glam, for sending these out to me. They're very pretty. I've really enjoyed using them. And if you haven't done so already, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is free to do so. And you'll also find me over on Instagram. I've got a direct link down below. Apart from that, ladies, thanks for stopping by, and hope you'll have an absolutely wonderful day wherever you are. Bye for now.